Hi, I'm Doug.
And I'm Cathy.
Maggie Mae's at home today in the motorhome. Join us as we follow the moon. Today we are at Devil's Tower, and we're going to take you all the way around Devil's Tower. It's about a 1.7 mile loop, and show you how beautiful this place is.
Come along.
Just outside of our campground at the KOA Black Hills Devil's Tower is this view.
Pretty amazing.
It is. Just as you enter the park, you'll come across this road. It's about 3 miles from the entrance back to the parking at Devil's Tower. Depending on your time of day, it can be a short trip or it can be a little bit longer. This is a prairie dog town that you'll go through just as you enter the park. And they are out there running around, living their best.
They're so adorable.
Can see them
running all over the place.
It sure is a community, no doubt about it. And directly across the road from that, this is your view. Entry into the park's a little bit different. You drive in, there's no fees or passes taken as you enter the park, and it is kind of their own take on timed entry. You don't have to get the additional timed entries, but they do have a traffic light there on the road that regulates how many cars can make it to the top at a time. So do allow yourself time. If you're there like from lunchtime until mid-afternoon, it will take you a little while to get all the way in. Earlier morning and after 3 seem to be the better times. Once you make it to the parking area, there is a visitor center, and we took this trail. It's a total of 1.7 mile loop. That picture was to kind of show you the ways the natives explained it was a giant bear clawing to get to the Indian maidens at the top. This loop goes completely around the base of Devil's Tower, and it's not the same all the way around. The views change pretty drastically. You can see there one side's almost flat, the other side's curved, and it's just as amazing all the way around it. This rock field is all from Devil's Tower, things that have crumbled off of it over time.
They're in tubes.
It said some are 6, some are 7, and some are 8-sided. This is one of the few places that we've been that they don't have a great origin story. They don't know how it was really created.
They do believe it was magma.
It was volcanic of some sort. They said at one point it was 1.5 miles below the ground, and the ground has eroded over time to expose this. And it is a very rare kind of mineral that it's made out of. It's called phonolite porphyry, and it's found here. It's found in a couple of spots in Missouri, and the rest of it is found in Africa. And it doesn't matter where you view it from, it's absolutely amazing.
It is pretty neat to go around it and see all of it.
Yeah, it is. And there's some beautiful overlooks as you go around it.
That right there was just amazing,
Yeah.
seeing the valley below it.
Now, way back in the 1800s, they used to, on the 4th of July, climb to the top. And they had a 350-foot long ladder. And you can see in that crevice over on the left remnants of that ladder going up there. You can also see people who have climbed way up there. They were actually waving back and
Yes,
forth
they
to
were.
us. But yeah, the views from around it are incredible.
I believe you have to get a permit to climb.
You do. And you have to register when you're going up and register when you come back down. It's impressive from every angle.
Yes, it is. You'll definitely have a warm side where the sun is and a cool side
In the
in
shade.
the shade.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now the trail is all paved. It is marked that it is not ADA compliant. There are some speed bumps as you go along. But
It wasn't bad.
no, it wasn't bad at all. There are some elevation changes on it, so you do have some areas where you're going up and where you're coming down. But I don't believe there were any steps involved.
Yeah, I don't think so.
The loop itself is 1.3 miles, and there's 0.2 miles going back to the loop and coming back out from it. So it makes it 1.7 all the way around. Those tall pines frame it.
Yes.
This is part of one of those columns that's come down. You can see just how massive they are.
It's funny, when you get about halfway around, there's a sign that says you're halfway around, but it does feel like it's shorter on the second half.
Yes, it does. The other thing that's nice, you do have some ups and downs going around it, but that 0.2 of a mile that takes you back to the trail is all uphill as you're going, so it's all downhill as you're going back to the car, which is kind of a nice little break too.
And there's benches that you can sit on. You can go out and just sit on and enjoy the nature.
And like Cathy said, there's always a good portion of the trail that's in the shade on the way back. Very much different than anything you've ever seen.
Definitely.
It's not like a mountain. It's just shy of 900 feet tall, so it's large. Definitely makes an impression on the scenery. But those columns, those grooves up and down the side, just so different. And with that, we've made it around the tower.
Yep.
Well, Cathy, what did you think about our trip around Devil's Tower today?
That's very cool. I mean, very cool. It was awesome.
You know, and this is one of those things that the geologists always have the answer for how all of these things were formed. And this one, there's 3 different schools of thought. Nobody's quite sure. One thing's for certain, there's nothing else quite like it.
That's right.
If you enjoyed our video today, leave us a thumbs up. We appreciate it. And watch for that button at the end. If you'll tap that and ring the notification bell, you'll know when every one of our videos come out.
And thank you for following us as we follow the moon.